Yeah, let me get myself adjust and get ready to present it to you guys. What I have in front of me is what 6 pieces of lobster, right? We have here some I already trimmed it, so this gonna be a long video. So bear with me, right? When I say long, because I have to show you guys each step that I am going to take so that you guys can follow if you guys wanted to make it yourself, right? So I am doing 2 channels just because last time I having a problem with YouTube and I want to have a backup, right? So you guys can see from my TikTok fella. So I have this big ass, right? When I say big, it's big. Last time I did it was small. Okay, look, it's big. Okay, big. So here I'm gonna put this thing aside so we can get to work. Show you how to do that. Okay, I'm gonna be cutting it, but I didn't want to cut all the way. You see this thing here? I could trim it over here, but when I trim it over here, look at this thing right here. This is sharp, right? Last video when I do the garlic pepper shrimps, I didn't show you guys all the process or the step. But this bite here is very sharp. I mean, even cut on your skin or your finger, you will be bleeding. Okay. So what you want to do is get your scissor or knife and put it this way. Okay. Not this way. When you go this way, look, it's gonna go like that. It doesn't work. Okay. You gotta go this way. And just be careful. Maybe you can put a glove or something because when you crack it like this, it's gonna fall and take your finger out. Okay. But if you have scissor, right, just cut it like so. So you cut in the sink. This thing fly. Okay. And when you step on that, gonna end up in ER. So just wanna make sure. Okay. That's why. So just wanna show you guys before I step into a side here. That's how it turned out. See, I trim all this thing out. So basically, I can show you guys this. This is not edible unless somebody want to eat it. I figured out somebody might find a way to eat that. And then, look, trim it out. We don't eat that stuff, right? Of course, somebody gonna say, why you cut this thing up? It's edible. I don't know. Okay. All right. So, that's how you do it. And then I'm gonna cut this thing in the sink because it is gonna fly. All right. I can't really move the camera because lots of work. I cut it out already. I'm gonna put in the thing. Okay, let me see here if I get heavy. Because this one I could always cut. Got into my face. All right. All right. I get this thing to work first. It's gonna be hopefully it doesn't take more than 30 minutes. Okay, the whole process. All my dishes is I try to focus on the timing because nobody have time when in time of cooking. Everybody's hungry and they just wanna get to work. Okay, it's all done. So I'm gonna put that aside. And this is the ingredient. The main ingredient that we're going to use today is right here, right? Scallion, ginger, so lobster. Some of you guys doesn't know what ginger look like. This is ginger, right? This is where I peel it. Yes, you use knife to scrape it out. Okay, you don't have to. Just clean it very good, okay? And then scallion or green onion, okay? So however you want. I have jalapeno, bell pepper, garlic, of course ginger. But before I get to that part, I gotta deal with my lobster because I need to marinate it and set it aside. and then we're gonna deep fry it, right? So if I don't do that, then you're gonna be waiting game, and I just have to yak with you guys for a long time. So before I contaminate all this thing, I'm gonna put it behind me here. Okay, I wanna show it to you guys that. Okay, and of course, all the ingredients behind me, I don't have room. I was gonna turn the camera on the other side, but I need the vent to suck up the smoke. So you can use scissors to cut it or knife, whichever is easier for you. Okay, how you want to cut it? Probably that. What is it? What depend on this is big, right? So we want to cut a little bit smaller. Well, see, I already skip a step. You want to cut the bottoms. Look here first. Okay. You want to cut here. So it's just the season will go inside, and then the top here as well. You want to cut the top. Okay. Just like so. So you want to bend like that a little bit, and bend like this with it's open up. Okay. Let me do all of them. I'm gonna do under this inside the sink here, so it doesn't go all over the house. And their shell is tough, not like shrimp, right? This dish is a little bit different than again the other dish that I did, but this is almost the same concept, guys. The batter, everything I will be used is the same. Nothing special about it. You guys keep asking me what kind of batter I use. You can use chicken batter. You can make it yourself. You can use shrimp tempura. You can. One thing that if you're using a premix is you do not want to add lots of seasoning on top of it. When I say seasoning, is like salt and I don't know whatever packet that you buy, because it become too salty like that, and you know you got a problem. Try to avoid adding lots of sodium, I guess. Okay, I cut it all out, so now I'm just cutting to a chunk size. Cut however. I'm using different knife. So see this kind of knife? It's not good. It's not for chopping. If you can notice, my hand and the sharp edge, it knock. So okay. That's why. And then this one here is okay, right? But it's really light. Technically, that's why you see lots of Chinese cooking. We go with this. A little bit heavier. Okay? But it's okay. I don't want to clean too. You can chop it like that. If you do like that, things gonna fly all over the place. Okay? If the shell come off, like this guy, it's okay, right? It's not. So why do we keep the shell? Because it retains some flavor. When we deep fry it, it's gonna come out on the oil, and it's gonna be delicious. It's okay, right? That's actually, I don't know. So I buy from Costco, so they probably deveined it for me because I don't see any vein inside. I know everybody keep asking me, do I eat the poop too? Come on, guy. Nobody eat that, right? Maybe lots of protein, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Caesar's better, right? So I don't want to fly all over and then my dog get to it and then they eat right away, So again, this is Caesar's easier. Actually, Costco sells the wraps a pretty decent price. Before the packet that I got, it was $150. Now it's like $80, so it's not bad at all. So run over there and get it, guy. We can do the lobster tail for Thanksgiving, right? Give you guys some idea. I barely can see you guys, because it's a little bit too far, the camera. I purposely set like that so that the oil doesn't fly the meat. All right. If I don't cut the backbone and the bottom, it will not come out. But we need to cut it. It's okay. All right, almost done, guys. The hot pork. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in and watch me. I know you guys have other things to do, especially football still on. I was watching football earlier and almost forgot about my live stream here. Okay. 6 lobster, and that's what we got. So let me wash it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna rinse out my cutting board and put this thing back on it. Okay. You do want to rinse it. If you don't, you might have some little bit skunky in there. Okay. Give it a good rinse on or get a newer bowl, whichever. So don't want to wash too much dishes like you guys saw me post all the time. Afterward, you got too many dishes. So wash as you go if you can, right? That's the best way. So when the end of the day, you don't get tired. You want to sit back and relax and eat your delicious cooked meal. So basically, I'm gonna put this thing back in here. But it's probably easier just get a new bowl or whatever. And okay, okay. We'll sanitize that later on. Always wash your hand. Okay. Now is the most important part, right? Seasoning, manning. So some garlic, garlic powder. Using about 1 tablespoon. So with freaking Asian people, we do not use the measurement. You can, but kind of know it, just kind of eyeballs it. Over, under, it is not gonna hurt you. Okay, that put on the side. White pepper powder, using about teaspoon, right? Okay, don't worry, we're gonna add some more. Of course, right? Do I have to tell you what it is? If I have to tell you what it is, I don't know, you belong in the kitchen. All right. I'm gonna use about teaspoon here. Okay. Wow. Light soy sauce. It doesn't have to be this brand. It could be any brand. I just pick up in the Costco because it's a bit cheaper, How much? Tablespoon. Eyeballs it. Look. You can get the measurements. Do it, okay? Pure sesame oil. Make sure you get pure sesame oil when you go buy in a grocery store. If you get blend one, that's gonna be half of vegetable oil or other oil, unknown oil, right? And then you're gonna get only half of sesame oil. And when you get pure sesame oil, they're expensive, just like olive oil, okay? But at least olive oil, we know is when blended, we know is what you call we know what is diluted. But when you're dealing overseas, trust me, you don't know what you're getting. How much? But half of a teaspoon there. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna put sugar in there, but I will. No, I'm not gonna put my black pepper in there. But oyster sauce with Asian cooking, you cannot live without it. Okay, how much? About. I don't want to go heavy on oyster sauce on the marinating, so it's about a teaspoon or so. And what do I missing here? I think I got everything right. Oh, and I'm gonna put about half of what is it, teaspoon of ginger go in there. Okay, we don't need to put garlic because we already got the garlics go in there. Okay, I gonna have to tenderize it, right? You can put flour, any flour, as long as flour. And for those guys keep asking me on my garlic pepper shrimps or lobster the other day, what flour do I use? Like I say, it doesn't matter which brand you use. Earlier, I was using this and I don't have much, and then you can still use this. If you want to make yourself a batter, you want to go with wheat, okay? High quality wheat, rice flour, you're going to make a little bit crunchy, crispy. Cornstarch make it shiny like that, right? And then baking soda, it make it crispy, but it make the crispy last longer. Okay, I'm not a chef, so if I give you guys the incorrect portions, my bad. But it's okay because it worked for me. I'm gonna put about tablespoon. Yeah, that's about. Okay, maybe less. I don't know. Now we get our hand dirty. You can use glove or a scoop or however you're comfortable doing it. But I like it this way. Just, yep. If you want to put chili pepper in there, you can. Okay? Just like so. Right? I am looking for 10-15 minutes. If you don't have time, it's okay, right? Because I'm gonna go in the batter anyway. When you come back from work, when you're hungry, just do like that. By the time you heat up your oil, it should be like 5 minutes, right? Hopefully. Okay, you're gonna put this thing aside, okay? All right. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to do the second part. After we deep fry the lobster, we do need more like a gravy or seasoning to pour on top of it. We're gonna do a stir fry. So I don't know. I'll bring all this thing out just in case I need it, guys. But before we do that, I want to do this first. Okay. Like I say, I have this vegetable. Okay. Green onion, scallions, right? Yeah. I already chopping up, but I want to do is show you guys how big or how small, how long is it. So put that to. All right. Somebody put a hat on for me. The noise. It's about an inch. Okay. Cut about an inch. Yep. Like so. Okay. About an inch. All right, guys. And put it aside. Okay. And then ginger. I want to show you guys. You want to slice your ginger. Not too thin, maybe 1/8 of an inch or 5 centimeter around there. This, okay. I'm gonna put this in. Yeah. Okay. Like I say, this video gonna be long, so if you guys want to know how to cook, stick around. And we're gonna julienne it. Okay, julienne this thing. How much? How big? Okay. Now, You don't have to do this way. Some people just throwing in big piece like that. But I like to eat my ginger because it get your blood circulation and blood flow going, right? So you see how I have to do my hand like that, guy, to avoid hitting the cutting board. Okay. Anyway, so I got it look like this at the end of the day. Okay. All right. Look at that. See, and then okay, put that aside. Okay, I'm gonna put this thing over here. Now I already cutting the jalapeno, right, red and just for color. You don't really have to put that if you don't like spicy. This actually called for mild. It's not very spicy like the other one. Okay, but I want to kick up a nut, so I pre-slice this thing over there. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. How to slice. So for color purpose, right? How much do we need? Not much. Okay, so you can do it this way if you like it, or you just can do like this. So it match with the what is it? I see I space out our lobster, so you can do like that. Okay, you don't want to put too much, but when you put too much, you're gonna something like this is for decorations purpose, and you do not want to overpower your lobster, right? So you don't want to put too much of it. So you can do this thing is better to do this way, guys, because the type of knife that I'm using. If you want to make it pretty for your loved one when you have a date, do it. I want more color on my lobster, so I'm gonna put a little bit more. Okay, we're done. Put this thing aside. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my hot oil, hot pan, whatever going, and we're gonna do the seasoning. So many people keep asking me after you deep frying all these things, what do you do with your oil? This is why I say stay the course. So if you're frying fish, you're gonna be eating fish for a couple days, right? Or if you're doing shrimps and seafood, you're gonna be eating a couple days because you don't want to throw your oil away. You can use a couple times until it's going bad. Now, unless somebody know how I can reuse the oil without longer, let me know. Okay, I'm using a boot tank right here. Hopefully I don't smoke the house because my house have a sprinkler system and it can go. Okay, because I want to show to you guys. Okay, I'm gonna pull it out so I could go over there. The oil. The best oil for deep fry, everybody know. If you don't know, is peanuts. And peanut oil or shortening is expensive. So reluctantly, I go with canola oil. Okay. Costco used to sell sunflower oil, and they're no longer selling that. I was able to buy. Just be careful, right, guys? Don't. I know I was doing a couple of videos. You guys see me put lots of oil just because of social media, But yeah, that should be good. Hopefully, you guys can see. Okay. You will need something similar like this so you can scoop it out. Like this, even better because when the flour drop in there, you actually can scoop out and it doesn't burn, right? You're using something like this, like I did on the other video. You see how you have big hole and it doesn't scoop out the extra excessive of flour that it got dropped in there. So I end up having to using two. So if you just go ahead and start with just one like that, then you don't have to deal with the mess. Okay. So why this thing is, I'm gonna push this thing over there. No, you guys can't see me. So okay, I'm gonna try to ship it one way or the other so you guys can see me a little bit. Here we go. I need water. I'll be back. Okay. I'm gonna put in about, I don't know, maybe half of the cup of water. All right. Half a cup of water. Okay. And then we're gonna go about teaspoon of oyster sauce. Okay. Eyeballs it. You want to measure it? You can. Okay. Again, we are repeating the same stuff, and so this is about half teaspoon of white pepper. This is garlic powder. We're gonna go about half a teaspoon in there as well, because we're gonna stir fry with fresh garlic. So we don't need to put that much. Okay. And of course, chicken bouillon. I'm gonna put, I don't know, about a teaspoon or so. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna need rice wine or chili wine, dry chili wine. If you don't have it, I couldn't even recommend to using your regular drinking wine. It doesn't work like that. You need something that's very dry. Okay, so how much? You see this cap here? This is about maybe a tablespoon, if not less or more. I don't know. Probably it's about right. The way they make it for you to use as the measurements. Okay, I'm gonna put on the side in case Can you drink this thing? Heck no. Okay, so just pour it now. Okay. This thing is not that expensive and it lasts very long time. You need to buy this brand? Heck no. Okay. Okay. A splash up sesame oil gonna give that an aroma. So not much, maybe like less than a little bit, about 1/3 of a teaspoon. Okay. So gonna go with light soy sauce, teaspoon. Okay, go in there already. I know you guys can't see. What do I missing here? Oh yeah, sugar. Okay, that's why this call for a little bit of sweet. We're gonna go with about teaspoon of sugar. Okay. Now at this point, if you wanna put MSG, go ahead, lower it up. Okay. It's already have all the sodium in there already. That's why I didn't want to add it. So stir a little bit. It's gonna become like a gravy, but we are not putting flour in there. The flour gonna come from the lobster when we deep fry, right? The coating is gonna broken off and become more like starch, mushy. So we don't want to add additional to it unless you do latna. Okay. I've been cooking a lot and I've been eating a lot and I still don't know what chow fang and chow mein, which one is gravy and which not. So somebody can tell me that. All I know is latna, right? Latna, Thai latna. Am I Chinese? No. Am I Vietnamese? No. Am I Korean? No. I'm Lao. You see Khan? Laotian, right? Khan, king of the hill. Okay. You put it aside. That's it, guys. I mean, right now we just wait for the everything here is done. Okay, we just wait for my oil to heat up. Okay, just like I was telling you guys earlier, you get your lobster, your shrimp, whatever going, and then put it aside and put your stove going. By the time this thing is hot, this should be about 5-10 minutes already. So now time for you and I to talk. What are you cooking for your family? For my daughters. The other day I was cooking. A friend bought a whole bunch of lobster. Right? They say, can you cook this for us? So I prepared the garlic, pepper, lobster, and shrimps. Right. And then, of course, my daughter's living in the dome up in Fort Collins, and I feel bad that we eat some good food and without her, you know. So as a dad, you kind of want to share the good food with her. So I make specifically for, I guess, for her and her grandpa and grandma, right? So if you guys want to come over, come on over, bring some. I will cook for you. Or take me over there. I will go cook for you. It doesn't have to be this dish, right? Hi. Give me airfare. I will see you there. That's pretty good. Give me an airfare. I will see you there. I do well. I will do lao papaya salad for you guys. I will do som tam som, right? However you guys want. Okay. I'm not a chef. Remember that. Don't call me out as a chef. I don't go to formal training. Okay. Before we deep fry, okay, here. So here it is. Let me, so you guys can see. This is the most important part. I'm gonna put this thing right here. If you guys don't see me, you guys still hear me talking, okay? You see this handle? Make sure we ship this thing. Okay. I'm gonna be using this guy, because I don't have enough. I have a little bit and I have more. Okay. How much do I need? I don't know. Use as you go. This one is 500 milligrams, so I use maybe 2/3 right now. Okay. And then you don't want to just dump this thing in there, okay? Let me get my glove, because we do not want to put liquid. It's best if you, it's best that you keep your many lobster or shrimps, oyster. By the way, you can use all the stuff in same process. Okay. In the refrigerator, keep it cold, right? When it's cold, when you go in the batter, it's not so liquid. We do not want the liquid to come out and making the batter very muddy and sticky like that. And that's why I was saying we do not want to just drop this thing, like pour this thing in there, you know, see? Okay. You guys can see, right? All right. Okay. I'm trying to, it's going to be a delicious. If you guys wanna come over, come now. By the time I finish this, it's gonna be all gone. All right. I think I may be short of the flour, the batter. So, all right, guys. I am doing 6 lobster tail here. 2 point to be exact. Well, give or take, right? Because depend on the size. You see liquid right here? We don't want to pour like that in now, okay? And then your hand dirty, flour gonna stick into it. So Okay. All right, guys. Bear with me here. The best way is you get this cooking glove. You put 1 or 2 or 3 at the same time. And when you use something, you just peel it off. Then you have leftover, you clean. You don't have to struggle put it in, right? Okay. Use your hand or however you need. Mix it, right? Ooh, my hand got burned from the pot. See? Okay. So it looked like the flour that I put on there earlier. Probably enough. No, probably not. So it's not. Yeah. You don't want to put too much unless you have to. It's going to waste anyway. Okay. You can just shake it off like this. Look. Or you can use something like this and just, you know. So, and then shake it like this. See? If you have one. Okay? So okay? If that one doesn't get it, make sure you get it. The batter get in there very good. That's why you're gonna give the crispy. Okay. This one you wanna take the excessive flour. Just shake it. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Right. Make sure you subscribe and tell your friends. Again, I am trying to build my YouTube hour as well. So if you have time, keep watching my other video. Okay. I'm afraid of hot oil, so I'm gonna do it on my sink here. Shake it off. You guys get the idea, guys. Just shake it off. Okay. Shake it off. See. Okay. Like so. I'm gonna use my hand. I'm afraid that if I accidentally put my hands in there and this thing burn, I'm gonna burn my hand. Okay. It's worse than burn directly like that. Okay. Now, hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm gonna have to turn on my vent over here. Hopefully it suck out a little bit. Otherwise, my smoke detector is gonna go off and we're gonna have. Okay, here we go. Watch this. If this thing doesn't go like that, high heat. Okay, about 360. And how long do you cook? Probably less than 5 minutes. Okay, so high heat. There you go. Watch this. Okay. You can put timer on there, so if you cut it big, it's gonna take longer to cook. You wanna cook like a halfway because when you do stir frying, you're gonna continue cooking. Okay. Look. So I have to do 2 batch. Okay. Give you something to so that I can stick to the bottom of it. Look. Okay. You don't want to keep stirring. You don't want the batter to come off too early. You want the batter to burn it first. Okay. Check this thing out. Look. Okay. It turned brown already. If you want more colorful on your batter, the dry batter, throw some paprika powder in there so it gives nice color, right? That's how the restaurant they do it. If you don't want bold red color, do what I did, okay? Because I'm using the old oil, I did not want to put too much of that stuff seasoning. You want to cook, like I say, you want to cook halfway. So when you do the stir fry, it will continue cooking and you do not want to overcook your lobster, right? It's gonna be so chewy when you overcook. Okay. I think yes. There we go. Woo. Sounds good, guy. I wish you guys can smell it. Okay. This is good enough because the first batch, the oil is very hot. Because I have the oil going for a long time. Okay, so shake up a little bit, right? You don't wanna. That's why you want a high heat because you want the oil, the batter to be crispy right away, and it doesn't absorb a lot of oil. And I don't know anybody want to eat lots of fat. Let me show it to you guys. Okay, this is the crispiness. We look. Woo-hoo. All right. I bet you if you do this thing for your Thanksgiving and somebody bring a turkey, this thing gonna be gone first. All right. There you go. See? Okay, this is what I mean. See? Scoop out any because we shake out a lot. You know the excessive flour. I don't have to scoop out a lot. Otherwise, you will have to scoop out a lot of the excessive flour. Turn this handle away from me. I believe the wok I use, I listed in my Amazon link. You can, most of the stuff that I use, I try to put in the Amazon link as much as possible. I don't want to post on my or make a video of it. Sometimes you cannot get it, you know. When Amazon, I could always update for you guys, you know. When you buy, I might get commission. I may not. I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet, but it doesn't matter, right? The matter is you guys tuning in and watch me, okay? So that's the most important. See, this is why they say the shell is give out the flavor because it's got deep fly in there. So there we go. Shake it off. Shake and bake, right? Back in the old day. Right. Somebody gonna ask me, do you eat the shell? I don't know. I mean, if you fry it very crispy, maybe it's edible. I see people eat everything out. Might as well give it a try. You see, the reason we're cutting the shell in half because you want the flour to go inside. Look. Okay, and again, don't stir right away because we want the flour, the batter to burn into the lobster or the shrimp or the oyster or whatever, the chicken. Every time you deep fry, you want to let it cook for a few seconds, right? Throw away, right? We're done. All right. Now I can push closer to you guys. You guys can see. Okay. All right. You see how easy this dish? If without doing a video, this thing should take me less than 15 minutes. I try to cook that is easy and for busy people like college student, hardworking people when they don't have time when you come home and you're hungry. That is my goal, and I try to fine tune the technique that you don't have to go through like all those people taking the 30 minutes, right? Just like every time we go to a restaurant, if you have to wait so long to get your food, you get agitated. Look. Okay. And again, I want to reiterate, you do not want to fry this thing more than 5 minutes. You don't want to overcook. You want to cook this thing halfway. Okay. We want to cook the rest when we stir frying it. Okay. While that thing's cooking, guy, I gotta wash my here. So I'm gonna dump the oil on there because I'm gonna using the same. Well, actually, I have another wok. I'll be back. All right, guys. I think I list both of this wok. Ooh. Okay. This one is heavy, so I don't use that much, you know. Okay, I'm gonna. Who knows? It's been in my stove. For those who keep complaining to me, let me take this thing out first. It's gonna be overcooked. Look, turn off the heat. You know, you can eat oyster, lobster almost raw, so just like the sushi. The heat's been turned off, and this is where you can take it off, right? Okay, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube or TikTok channel, okay, or any other channel that you guys watching from. I have not reached my hour, which is the required, but is it from YouTube 4,000 hour? Okay. I need a bigger plate, huh? There we go. Hopefully I do fry fish tomorrow. I'm gonna put this thing away because it's danger, guys, dealing with hot oil. Okay. And for those of you guys keep asking me, wanna go with a healthy habit thing, can I use olive oil to deep fry? I keep saying no and no and no. It's high temp. As soon as you put in there, it's gonna smoke. Olive oil is meant for quick stir fry or seasoning, right? You don't want to put in there. So, okay, I'm gonna put this thing aside. All right. Here we go. All right. I believe I list this thing in my my daughter turned on the oven without looking. I put this thing inside the oven to storage. So when you buy a wok, doesn't matter where you buy it from, read the descriptions. If the description say is pre-seasoning, that means they already burn it, and it have the coating. It prevent from food will stick to it, become non-stick. So if not, what you do is you buy it, clean it with soap a little bit, rinse it, and put on over your stove, right? I may have to show you, but I'm gonna go over really fast. Turn on high heat until your pot is burning. It literally burn, right? One is burn, you might want to have to do outside because your house is gonna be stink. When your wok is burned, and throw some oil in there, and kind of rub oil all over it. Okay, leave it for a couple of seconds, and then rinse it or wash it with soap. Okay, and then come back, burn it again, put some salt in there. Okay, until your salt is burned, and then rinse it. Now your wok gonna be non-stick. You can fry egg in there without stick to it. It builds some kind of, I want to know, Teflon, I guess, That's why you see lots of people wok, it doesn't stick because they do the process. So anyway, I think I already done this. I'm not sure. Well, it's okay. Well, okay. At this point, this is for those people who love olive oil. Use it now. Okay. Little bit of oil because This one's already have lots of oil. Okay. Okay. Garlic going in. Okay. Garlic going in. Okay. Can you guys see? Yep. I'll be back. Quickly, I'll be back. I have to vent my house, guys. Even though I love the aroma, it will linger in my house. Okay, don't want this thing to turn brown. Okay. Ginger go in there. Some people put last. I don't know. You want the oil from the ginger, right? Okay. Like that. Hey, how come nobody give me a hat? I need a chef hat. It look pretty, you know. I still don't know what the heck the hats do. Okay, a little bit dry, so because my ginger is wet. See? All the seasoning we did earlier. I don't need to use it. Somebody need to give me a hat, sombrero, amigo, por favor. Okay, this is good. Okay, there you go. Okay, look, we don't need that. It's too high. I'm too short. Give it a stir a little bit. There you go. Green onion. All go in there. Okay. Bell pepper. Jalapeno. Bell pepper. See, colorful. Like so. You don't need that. Okay, I'm try to see where is my other stir it first. Okay. Give it some stir. Okay. This is why I say early, do not overcook your lobster because you're gonna deep fry again. And I don't. No, hopefully my dog doesn't run away. This is why we don't using flour on our seasoning. It's gonna come from the stock, gonna come from the batter here. All right. Hey guys, I say I'm using about a little bit, but hopefully it's enough because it turned out to be that I have a lot of lobster. So if not, we just throw some liquid in there. Okay. Here we go, guys. This is that we did it earlier, right? Oh, go in there. All right. All right. Look. This is why I need a stove that is like 1000 BTU. Where to go? You know, in the restaurant environment. Coming soon to the restaurants near you, right? This recipe. All right. Now, if you want to add a little bit of white pepper at this point, you can. You don't have to. If you want to add, definitely we're not gonna put in roasted. So look, and if you wanna spicy, you can do like that. I'm not gonna break it apart, but I just wanna show you guys. Can you throw in like this? See? Okay. You want more, you can put more. But as long as you don't break, you don't break. It's the seed inside is what gets you. Okay. It's done. I'm just waiting for the stock to incorporate. There you go. There's no additional seasoning because we put in the, remember the mixture we did earlier. Okay, I'm waiting for that thing to boil. I guess let the cook taste. It's hot. Okay, I have to cut it. I want to show you guys. Okay, whew, hot. I'm gonna cut this in half and show to you guys. Look, perfectly, right? Not overcooked. I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, not overcooked. If you make it big piece like this, so you're gonna take long time to deep fry, right? You wanna cut smaller. I'm gonna cut it. Look, does that look overcooked to you guys? Not, right? Does it taste good? Hot from the heat. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh yeah. All right, guys, that's it. Now I can answer you guys' questions for to those who are sticking around. Let me yeah. All right. What do you mean you want this recipe? This is the recipe. Did you watch from beginning to the end? That's why I keep saying that you need to watch from the beginning to the end. It's gonna be a long step. All right? You did. So what part were you missing? All right. Basically, it's identical to other recipe. It's a basic. All you gotta do is throw ginger and green onion in there. Your order didn't come through. Oh, I didn't get your memo. All right. Look, my TikTok screen just went blur. So I'm waiting for my sombrero and nobody give me sombrero. I was trying to being an Iron Chef. What is it here? Well, thank you for people on my YouTube for watching him. Again, if you guys need a recipe, again, if you do really need it, I can write one up. Okay. But what better just watching again? You know, we watch it just so you know exactly the process, right? Because the recipe itself is not gonna show you how it's been done. Right? It's just like somebody give you what is it when you buy a product and they give you instruction how to put a table together and it's just missing a leg. Boy, it is delicious. But I'm not lobster lover. I mean, I don't eat that much. We go to casino quite often, and we get one lobster per person, right? And every time we go up to casino, a lot of people, including white, black, whatever, you know, you name it, they get sick of it, and they always hand a ticket to us, say go eat, and that's why sometimes I post on my social media. I have this big plate in front of me because we can finish it. Okay. The reason I do this is I feel so bad that the other time when I do garlic pepper, shrimp and lobster, my daughter wasn't here, and now she's on Thanksgiving break, and she come home, and I thought, well, you know, she need to have the same thing what I have. uh, What is it? Look like. Oh, you okay? Well, next time I'm gonna do what is it? Chicken ginger, right? I can do chicken ginger. Yeah, and eat with rice is good. Well, you want a plate? Come wash the dishes. I will give you a plate. Look at all the mess I have to clean up. That's why I say clean as you go. But I couldn't do it at the moment because hot oil was here. Normally I cook over there with washing dishes over here. Water and hot oil doesn't mix. Go in there, you're gonna create lots of sparkling. All right. Clear Martin Yang, dude. Come on. And then you guys gonna call me Jet Li, right? You wanna get a closer look? How close? How if you go order this in the restaurant, you know, guess how much this is gonna cost you? Probably about $300 because it cost me about $100, if not more. 6 lobster. How much each lobster cost you? So now you can invite your girlfriend and boyfriend, your husband and your wife, and surprise them. Say, hey, I can cook. All right. You can manage the lobster or crab, shrimps, oyster ahead of time. And when you're ready to eat, just deep fry it up. You can even manage and put in freezer. Okay. But again, the key important thing about here is before you put in the batter, make sure your your shrimp, your lobster, your crab, your oyster is dry, right? When you put in the batter, premix, you don't want to be all soggy, okay? Unless you do a wet version of it. You can do a wet version of it as well if you wanted to. I have done that. It turned out great too. Okay, it's your choice. And you can use this. You can use this. You can make up your own. Okay, go get your wheat flour, all-purpose flour. Just add baking soda, rice flour, cornstarch, a little bit to keep it shiny when you deep fry. Okay, don't put too much. Okay, if you put too much rice flour, it's gonna break it so fast. If you put too much of cornstarch, it's gonna be elastic. So just keep it with. You do not want to forget about baking soda. It make it keep it crispy longer. But in this form here, I don't think you have to worry about it because we put in the liquid in there and it's softening anyway, right? But if you do what is salt and pepper shrimps, you do want to keep it crispy, okay? And then the second important about is do not overcook your lobster, guys. Cook halfway. The idea is depend on your the size of your lobster when you're deep frying it, right? If you have a small quantity, you have lots of oil, you're gonna cook faster. So between 1 to 3 minutes. If you have the big piece like what I have here, maybe between 3 to 5 minutes like that. It could be less. You gotta keep your eyes on that. You undercook, it's okay, right? You can adjust it when you stir fry it because you still go into a heat. Okay. When you overcook your shrimps, especially shrimp, if you overcook your shrimp, it's gonna be hard to take the shells out. And if you overcook your lobster, it's gonna be so chewy. Okay. So that's the important part about shrimp and lobster. Okay. If you do chickens, well, that's you can overcook that. It's okay. Just have to put a little bit of heavy liquid in there. Okay. And now For the liquid, remember I told you I only put a half of a cup. You can make more, right? And you can slowly drip it in there and pour it in there. You don't want to become too liquid, because if it does, then the batter on your shrimps or your lobster or your oyster, your chicken, they're all gonna fall apart, and you won't have the nice flavor attached to your protein, I guess, in this case, right? So that's important. And then whatever left over, you can throw away. Okay, if you make it small, you don't have enough, just put water, stock, whatever, add to it. Okay. Now I cannot tell you exactly the measurement for all the ingredient, right? Because when you go buy a lobster, you cannot go order like a pound. They don't sell you just a pound, right? They sell you one lobster or one lobster tail, right? So you just have to put the seasoning in there, and maybe you will have to taste like I just did, right? So you have to adjust. I can list you the ingredient. Okay, if I give you the exact measurement, then you may have to wait your protein, how many pounds you need like that. If you buy a pound and a quarter of your lobster, are you gonna throw a quarter away? Probably not, right? So, and is this the best way to cook? I don't think so. Do I steal somebody's recipe? No. For me, honestly, when I go out to eat, I see something like this, I can vision right away what's in there. When I taste, I know exactly what the seasoning go in there. Okay, so when this what in October I go to Vegas, and they do like a menudo Lao style, and I taste it. It wasn't menudo or càng khâm nay, right? In Lao style, càng khâm nay is like càng sap, which means it's more regular soup. And they insist that càng khâm nay. I said no. Càng khâm nay or menudo in Lao, you gotta have the bio in there. Okay, you gotta have all the intestine organ in there to call càng khâm nay. Càng khâm nay is intestine, right? Or organs. Anyhow, oh, you're gonna make this for New Year? Why not making it for Thanksgiving? Go buy it now. At Costco, they have lots of this thing. Right, and I put it in the freezer. You can store lobster for a long time. If you don't want to do lobster, you can do shrimps. You can do oyster. Do it for Thanksgiving. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I will be serving this thing to someone special. You guys have a good night. Is it lobster? Yes, it is lobster. Okay, like I always say in Lao, ขอบใจ thank you for watching ขอบใจหลายเด้อที่มาชม goodbye